This week, we're going to be talking about You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love by Olivia Rodrigo. So, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love is the third studio album by American singer-songwriter Olivia Rodrigo. The album is split in two. Tracks 1 to 7 are grouped under Girl So in Love, and track 8 to 13 are grouped under You Seem Pretty Sad. So it's not quite a
Mhm.
double album, but it's a two-parter is the way she sort of split this album.
Mm.
Eric, your thoughts on the third studio album by Olivia Rodrigo?
I mean, I am really enjoying this pop artist. I think she's very unique in her. It kind of brings a bit of rock to pop again, which is kind of
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah.
Um, I think that this album is definitely the best produced out of the other two. So now it took me the first time I listened to it, I was like, okay, it's okay. It starts off kind of slow. Um,
Mm.
and and I don't know, it didn't grab me right away as the other two did.
Mm-hmm.
Like right off the bat, it's like, wow, what is this? This is phenomenal. So it was kind of like if you don't know who Olivia Rodrigo is, I feel like you're going to get a little bit like, okay, this is kind of like soft rock, kind
Mm.
of like
Right.
or soft pop, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the more I listen to it, the more I like it because I can kind of sense that it's almost like a theme here. And it's like this album is definitely more mature than her other two albums.
Yes.
And it's like almost like a heartbreak. It's kind of like a story she's telling through the all of the songs.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense why there's two parts to the album because I was just like, oh, this like it goes from like almost being happy to sad, right? To like
Yeah.
breaking
Yep.
up, but like
Yep.
handling it in a more adult way instead of like in high school being like, she said this, like so I quite enjoyed that. Now, some of the songs that stood out for me that I really enjoyed was what was it? I have notes here. Hang on. You plus me equals the heart
Heart.
sign.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
And then maggots for brains. I
Oh,
really liked.
yeah. That's a good song. That's a really good
Yeah.
song.
That one really like I was like, yes, this is her. This is her signature right here.
Mm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. It's I do agree with you. It took a little bit to really like get into. It wasn't like Sour and Guts where it was like the opener was like holy shit, what is this? Like
Hmm.
it did take a little bit of time to like really get used to it. And I do agree with you. It's like so much more, and it's crazy to say this about like I think she's 23 now.
Hmm.
It's crazy to say about a 23-year-old that it's a more mature album
Hmm.
than the previous efforts because like 23 is still like really young, but is
Hmm.
definitely Sour and Guts were just very much high school, and I love that.
Hmm.
I love those two albums, but this one is just definitely a lot more mature than that one. Um, so I have an inner conflict with this album.
Hmm.
My the old man in me is listening to this album and going, "Yeah, it's good, but it's not like the first two albums." So
Yes.
I don't know if I like it. Which is like,
Just throw it in the trash.
yeah, it's like the
Just.
most like toxic trait of
Hmm.
a fan, right? It's like,
Hmm.
well, I liked your old work better.
Hmm.
Don't just redo those old things that you did
Which is
so
funny
well.
because it's not even that old. The other two albums,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
So
Hmm.
I had that inner conflict when listening to this. I was like, I'm waiting for that good for you or drive. Well, there's a bit of driver's license in here, but like
Hmm.
um yeah, I was just waiting for that like old school Olivia Rodrigo. I am the most toxic
Hmm.
fan. Um but but the sound of this album is like it was definitely way more 80s influenced. Whereas I felt like the
Mhm.
first two albums were more 90s influenced, right? I could almost feel like it was like a Alanis Morissette type of album.
Mm,
Whereas
mhm,
this one was like way more 80s synth pop. Like there's so much more synth in this one.
mhm.
And then you get Robert Smith on this of The Cure
Yeah,
on What's
that
Wrong
was a
with
good
Me.
song too.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that song as well.
And I was like, okay, this is definitely an 80s influenced album. And then you get
Mhm.
one of the best songwriters of that era and Robert Smith on the album, which is like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um, and then on track 8, where you name the song The Cure, I thought that was a bit on the nose. That was-
yeah.
I feel like she should have changed the name of that song.
Yes, I agree.
I
I
was like,
100% agree.
that's a bit too much. You've gone too far with that one. And then I forget which song it was, but there was the lyric "Melt with You." Like the actual lyric
Mhm.
was "Melt with You." I was like, that's another 80s song. What's going on
Yeah.
here? Um but no, overall like I really liked it. And I liked it doesn't have the primal sort of like, you know, guttural instinct that the first two albums have, because I feel like the first two albums were just so raw and just like pure. There's a
Mhm.
pureness to those first two albums,
And
whereas
it
this one
almost
had
had,
a
like,
bit more
attitude,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Like, like, this one lacks attitude, and I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
that's what makes Olivia Rodrigo who she is,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Sort of
So
like
that's
that
what I
bratty attitude type of thing.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I kinda I miss it because it's like,
Mhm.
well, I hope you I hope you don't, like, just start doing this because then I feel like you're gonna fall into that trap of just, like, mundane music all across the board.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one thing that I hope doesn't happen, where she loses an edge in the music.
Mhm,
I still like her. I feel like the one of the big strong points of her music is like having that edge or that brattiness to the music. It
mhm.
really stands out from everyone else. I
Yes.
can't remember which song it was, but it was the one where she does like she like a talk sings in part of it. I could probably look this
Oh,
up.
yes. Yeah.
But like I was like, "Oh, that's the classic Olivia Rodrigo that I remember." And like
Yeah.
there were definitely elements of that, but a lot of this was way more, especially the second half was way more like ballad slash power ballads.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
was like, "Okay. Okay, like I
Mhm.
see where you're going with this. I hope this doesn't keep going, but I'm glad at least some of your catalog is like this. It's different."
It is different, and I think she just had too much of it in this album, which because
Mm.
like we were saying, like that brattiness, that attitude she has in her music, it defines her. Because then you have like competing artists like Sabrina Carpenter, who has more of that like innocent girl next door, but is really like over sexual, right? And then you
Yep.
have it seems like all these new pop artists have like their thing, right? That makes them who they are, right? And and I thought it was kind of unique because I always felt Olivia Rodrigo was almost like a rebel to pop music.
Yes. Yep.
Like she had this rebel just attitude that it's just like I'm gonna do what I want, and it almost had like that punk feel to it
Mhm.
in the first
Mhm.
two albums
Mhm.
where it's like the stuff like the album is good, but I just was bored, a little bit bored.
Mm. Yeah, and like and maybe that attitude translates into the specific genre she chooses, cuz like I could see I could see us doing this exact opposite argument if she put out another Sour Guts and just being
Yes.
like, okay, third album, it's exactly the same as the first two.
Hmm.
Maybe we should try something else. Like I could see us like making that opposite argument again. So it's hard to really win in in
Yes, it
in
is.
any scenario. Um
I feel like
but
you're doomed. If you knock 2
yes,
albums out of the
yeah.
park right when you have it, it's like it's guaranteed your next couple albums are gonna be there's nothing wrong with this album, but it just didn't have that same appeal as the other 2 had. And
Yeah.
I think it's like it's exactly what you said, the toxic trait of the toxic fan
Yeah.
that's like, "Nope, I like their old stuff. I like her old stuff better."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's so many artists that are like that, like Oasis with their first two
Mhm,
albums, definitely maybe, and What's the Story, Morning Glory. After
mhm,
that, it's like, why isn't it as good as those albums? It's like,
mhm.
well, well, or even
Mhm.
Metallica, the first four records, and then they put out like all the garbage after that. It's just like,
Yeah.
wow. Right? At some point,
Mhm.
it's you just can't win, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, so in that respect, like a lot of props to her, just like changing the sound and going
Yes.
in a different direction, because that takes guts too, because you technically could just do an ACDC or a Slayer or
Yeah, and just keep pumping out the same
yeah,
stuff over and over again.
same stuff
Yeah.
over and over again, and then you just get slagged for being the same thing over and
Mhm.
over again. But I don't know, I liked it. I liked the sound of it. It was definitely 80s 80s synth pop, like influenced. Um oh, the song is My Way.
Mm.
Track 6.
Yes.
Where
Track
the
6.
bridge, that's the one where it ends with "That's it, I win. That's it, I win." That one, oh, I was like, that's classic Olivia Rodrigo, and it was
Yeah.
only 2 albums ago. um I don't know. It's definitely a way more mature artist, uh, which is great. I like
Mhm.
that, and there's definitely great songs on this. But it doesn't have that snarl of the first two albums.
I agree.
So, pros and cons. The pros is it's just more mature, more thoughtful.
Mhm.
Uh, Whereas I guess the first two albums, it was like you could have called it juvenile, but it definitely had an edge to it because it was just
Yes.
like you just put it out there and
100%.
don't give
Yeah.
an F what people say.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. Final thoughts and ratings for this one.
Um, I mean, I didn't hate it. I liked it. I listened to it a lot. I did enjoy how she was able to mature herself from the other albums, and I do think that takes a lot of guts. Um, I can't give this a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, I
Okay.
want to, but I just can't. And I'm really excited to see what she does, and I hope she just holds on to that attitude, that rebel pop attitude, that because it's not normal in pop music, and I think that's what's intriguing about her.
Yes.
Um, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10.
Whoa.
I
Still
was gonna give it. I was gonna give it a 7,
okay.
but I think I'm gonna give it an 8 because you've convinced me. You're right. Like she is trying something new, and you got to give her kudos for that. I
Yes.
think you got
Yeah.
to give her kudos for that. So
Yeah. 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 Man, it's so tough for me because I think objectively this is a better album than Guts or Sour is. I think if you
yes,
listen to this, you're just like, yeah, this is a way more mature artist. This is just like, even recording and production wise, it's just like, yeah, this is on a different level. It's just missing that initial snarl that
hmm
those two records have, or had. Um, you know what, Eric? I agree with you. It's an 8 for me. I'm giving it an 8 too.
hmm
Um, Eric, do you want to know what generally the other music publications have given this album?
what
Everyone universally has given this 9 out of 10s and 10 out of 10s.
really?
Yeah. Every music
That's a
publication.
that's what separates us from the norm.
even even the negative reviews of this album, B plus, A minus. Those were the negative ones.
Wow,
It's universal acclaim.
wow,
It's
interesting.
crazy. It's just wild. It's a pop artist. Like it's funny. Like the definition of a pop artist has changed so much from like when we were young.
Mhm.
When we were young, pop artist is a dirty word. Like don't
Mhm.
even tell me to listen to this. There's no way I'm liking
Yeah,
this. Now
yeah. It was
it's
almost
like
like if you did like pop music, you weren't telling anybody because
yeah. Or like at the very least it was like, well, this is not real music. It's just written by a bunch of like suits, right?
Yeah.
But now you have like the Taylor Swifts and the Olivia Rodrigos and like Olivia
Hmm.
Deans and like all these guys, all these artists who just like write their own stuff. Like even
Hmm.
even Zach Bryan. Like I know it's not it's sort of in that pop realm, pop country realm, but
Hmm.
like he writes all his own stuff. It's all like heartfelt, real shit.
Which is nice to see, right?
Yeah.
It's humbling.
Yeah. It's real and it's popular, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Which is what pop should be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Hmm.
crazy. But yeah, I agree with you. 8. 8 out of 10. It's but for me, it's still a great record. Like
Hmm.
I think in the whole catalog, she still nailed like for me it's 3 in a row, right?
Hmm.
I don't think she's missed a step on this one. Even though it's
No.
like I would have given those other records a 9, but like this is still like I would recommend you listen to this record,
Hmm. I would too. I absolutely would too.
which is wild because like how do you have 3 good records in a row? This is crazy.
Yeah. I know.
All right. So that was our discussion on "You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love" by Olivia Rodrigo, the album that we're going to be discussing next week. Eric, I feel like you're not going to enjoy this one, but it's going to be "Confessions 2" by Madonna.
Oh man.
I feel like we're gonna hate this. I'm
Yeah, I was like,
pretty
who the
sure
heck is, what does that say? I'm like, Madonna, damn
the
it.
brand new
Yeah.
Madonna record. I don't know. I'm hoping that it's gonna surprise us, but I don't know. I don't have high hopes for
Well,
this one.
we'll find out.
Yeah.
How old is she? Isn't she like 80?
I think she's 60. I, I think. Let me look this up before people start screaming at us. Just like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? She is 67.
Okay. Almost 80. Oh
Um.
man.
Anyways, so that's the record we're going to be discussing next week, and that was another episode of the Crossroads Music Podcast. We're here live at twitch.tv/the Crossroads Music Podcast, streaming 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT. At Monday, we'll be back Monday next week. Catch us on all the streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, etc. And come yell at us on YouTube. Tell us why this Olivia Rodrigo album is complete trash, because
Exactly.
we would like to know your opinion on why it's not good. But
100%.
anyways, that's the Crossroads Music Podcast for another week. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you all next time.